Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another video with the Arduous Muff. Today we're going to be doing a tier list where I'm going to be doing like a little sort of series where I'm going to be tiering all of the, the different types of ships in Naval 1945. And first we're going to start off with the battleships. Honestly, not entirely sure, so we're going to start off with South Carolina. South Carolina has pretty punchy guns. Her armor is pretty decent, but she's relatively slow. She's sluggish. Her secondaries are not that impressive. She's got no AA. Honestly, I would probably put South Carolina C tier. To be honest, before the tier 3 battleships got nerfed, I would have probably put her up to B tier. But I'm gonna leave her C tier. Satsuma, really odd, really odd battleship, really. She's got pretty long range secondaries, which actually have longer range than her main guns. Her main guns are not exactly that impressive. She's a little bit more maneuverable than the South Carolina, but has weaker armor and no AA. But unlike the South Carolina, she's not that susceptible to being farmed to death by fires because she's got less of a superstructure, while South Carolina has more of a superstructure. Combined in the fact that she has more workable secondary guns and a lot more main guns, I'll probably put her to B tier, to be honest, for that. Kawachi, yeah, this thing goes to D tier. It's utter rubbish. It's an utter rubbish ship. It is just terrible. It's got terrible pen. It's got terrible armor. It's as slow as sin. It's got no AA. There's nothing good about it. The main guns are terrible to work with. The secondary guns are, yeah, I mean, yeah, they're alright. But yeah, I'll put her to D tier because she's just utter rubbish. Actually, I might just make a row below. Utter rubbish. I'll put that as grey. And that can go down there. It is utter rubbish. It is a terrible ship. Wyoming. The guns are pretty nice. The armor is decent. She lacks speed. AA is extremely pitiful. The AA is terrible. Her firing angles are they're sort of alright, but I'll probably put Wyman C tier just because if she had better AA, I'll put her to B tier, but she can't defend herself. She really can't. New York, basically a better version of the Wyoming. Bigger guns, better armor, same speed, hell of a lot better AA. Secondary guns are the same. She does get a bigger superstructure, so she gets farmed more easily. Honestly, I would put her to A tier. Really, she's a very strong tier 5 battleship. Because in mid tiers you can only go up to tier 6. That makes her really strong. She has pretty good AA. I know that's the Texas. I do apologize. It's Texas. Pretty good AA. The main guns do punch. The armor's pretty good, but the speed is pretty awful. Her rudder shift time is not the best, and she gets farmed very easily. Oh, I'm torn between A and B. Her AA really makes her A, but then because she gets farmed so easily by cruisers and other battleships flying HE, that puts her. I'm gonna have to put her to B. Really, Congo, very quick, relatively squishy. She's technically a battle cruiser. The AA is decent. The guns are, after she and Fuso got buffed, mega buffed. They're pretty good. I'll probably put her to B tier. I mean, she's got speed. The guns are pretty good. The AA is. She does have a smaller superstructure. Even though it's taller, it's thinner. It's a lot thinner than Texas's superstructure. Oh wait, hang on a minute. Have I mixed them up? Yeah, I have. That's Fuso. That is that's Congo. So oh no, hang on a minute. No, I was absolutely right. That is Congo. So the next ship is the Pennsylvania. Honestly, before she got all of her nerves, I would have put her up to bullshit here. Because she was a bullshit battleship. She was just stupidly strong. She had incredibly good AA. She's got incredibly good armor. She's got incredibly good punching guns. She's got very good secondaries. The only bad thing is she gets farmed relatively easily, and she's pretty sluggish. But now I would put her down to A tier, and it's because she's lost the ability to use her secondary guns as AA. So she's basically lost all of her flak, which was about 50% of her AA. So she's not that effective against aircraft carriers anymore, but she's still there. Fuso, got the same guns as Congo, but only does 25 knots. The secondary guns are pretty good. The armor is decent. She doesn't get farmed as easily. I'll probably put her up to S tier, really. Fuso up to S tier. She's just a pretty damn good ship. I'll probably move Pennsylvania up to S tier, or otherwise people are going to complain. But honestly, in my own opinion, Pennsylvania now sits below Fuso. Fuso's just better. It really is. It's just a better ship. Doesn't get farmed as easily. Has more troll armor. Everything like that. Warspite. The battleship that everybody keeps on complaining about. Honestly, if there were any Warspite haters, they would have put it into bullshit tier. Honestly, Warspite goes to C. She's just not that good. I mean, the armor is decent. The AA is absolute tragic. Her speed is not really there. She gets farmed incredibly easily. She does have 15-inch guns, which really hurt when you Citadel. She doesn't get the Super HE, which the British should get. Before the nerfs, I would have probably put her up to B tier. But yeah, I'll leave Wolfspite at C tier. She's just not that good. She's just not that good. She's just not. The secondary guns are horrifically inaccurate. Even though she's got the longest range secondary guns at tier 6, they are horrifically inaccurate. They're not even that good. The AA is just really bad. She gets farmed incredibly easily by HE spamming cruisers. It's just not that good. So the next ship, Colorado. I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this, but Colorado is D tier. It's just not that good of a ship. I'm not sure if she has a bug or anything, but she is notoriously easy to Citadel through the bow. She's just so easy to Citadel through the bow. She gets farmed easily. Her turrets break really often. Her AA is a little bit better than what it used to be. So what's special about her? I mean, besides 16-inch guns, she doesn't really get anything special. I mean, her AA is pretty tragic. Her armor doesn't seem to work. She gets farmed easily by HE. Her secondary guns are pretty nah. I don't know really. Don't really know. Nagato. Nagato is just a better Colorado. It really is. I'll put Nagato at. Nagato is pretty good. This thing, the Japanese, they have pretty damn good secondary guns, and the Nagato has pretty damn good secondary guns. So I'll probably put the Nagato at C tier. Really, it has pretty good secondary guns. Does get farmed relatively easily by HE. The main guns are pretty damn good. Her AA is better than Colorado's. Colorado is just so bad. It is laughably bad. Even after her buffs, she's just not that good. Nagato is just better. Really. So move on to the next one, South Dakota. Ooh, South Dakota. I would have put her up to A tier, but ever since the US battleship's been nerfed, B tier. It really is B tier. She's just not accurate anymore. She's just not that. The thing is that you could snipe quite easily with the South Dakota, but now the shells just go all over the place. They just honestly do. Her secondary guns are just they're relatively quick firing, but they're just so ineffective. They are so ineffective. They're so slow. She's relatively quick. Her rudder shift time is relatively poor. She gets farmed incredibly easily by HE spamming cruisers. She takes torpedoes very, very easily. She's a massive target for torpedo bombers. Her AA it's pretty good, but I don't know, to be honest. It just doesn't feel right, to be honest. Toza, Toza. Technically a battle cruiser, just like Congo. Has 10 410mm guns, 16.1 inch guns. I would say Toza goes A tier. Really, she's incredibly quick. She has very, very punchy secondary guns. The AA is worse than the South Dakotas, but not by much. She has a much smaller superstructure. Her turn radius is a little bit worse than South Dakota's. Her rudder shift time is a little bit worse as well. But honestly, you know, South Dakota has better raw armor. But every time I play South Dakota, when I go like bow in or put a little angle on the bow, I just get citadel through the bow. I do not get that problem with the Toza. The Toza, because she's more streamlined, she's not going to be as citadeled as often when you're bowing. The Iowa. Honestly, again, after the US Navy battleship nerf, Iowa goes A. Iowa would have gone S, but Iowa goes A, really. She's just so inaccurate now, it's ridiculous. She's still got that fantastic secondary and AA department. But again, just like the South Dakota, she gets farmed so easily. She does have the 55 caliber guns instead of the 50 caliber, or the 45, I believe, caliber long guns on the South Dakota, so they do pen more. Hidaka, a ship which I absolutely love. In my own opinion, I would put her to bullshit tier. Her secondaries are fantastic. Fantastic secondaries. She doesn't get farmed as easily. Her armor's a little bit on the weak side. Her guns are incredible at punching through armor. She's got probably one of the strongest broadsides in the game, behind Musashi and Montana. But honestly, I'll probably put her at S tier. She's a pretty damn strong ship. Honestly, even putting her at tier 10 wouldn't really hurt her that much. To be honest, the only thing that really hurts her is her AA. AA is not really that good, and her turning radius is, it's not, it's typical battle cruiser. Musashi. No, Musashi. Either A or B, really. Musashi is just at time. The thing is that Musashi is rather map dependent, because Musashi has this weird bow where if you give an angle, like if you angle the bow, you have a chance of being smashed through the bow and citadeled, and it's happened to me. It's rare, but when it does, it really hurts. So I'm gonna put Musashi as A. You know, she did get a slight buff to her AA, not much, but still. Montana, I would have put the bullshit tier. Montana has probably one of the most bullshit armor schemes I've ever seen in the game. You know, even broadside on, half the time I just can't Citadel. I can't even pen a Montana broadside with a Musashi. That's how stupid the armor is on the Montana. After nerfs, put her at S tier. The secondaries again, small caliber secondaries, slow shell velocity. Can use it for flak, which is good. Has a very strong AA suite. She's got probably one of the biggest turning circles in the game, which is just shocking. US Des Moines, bullshit. It really is. It is utter bullshit. The Des Moines is just retarded. It really is. It is stupidly retarded. I just think it's just. I do not know why they buffed her. She's already strong enough. They buffed her secondary gun, so now she's a monster. She's just even stronger. Senjo, very strong secondary guns. The main guns are pretty damn strong, nowhere near as strong as Des Moines. Her AA is pretty strong, again, nowhere near as strong as Des Moines. She does have better armor than Des Moines. Honestly, I'll put her at S tier, to be honest. I don't have Senjo myself, but you know, she seems pretty damn strong. USS Samoas. Honestly, US Samoas. I haven't used the high tier destroyers yet, but USS Samoas, the people that I see using them, they just die. I'm gonna put it as B tier, just in the middle, really. USS Gearing, probably A tier. I mean, they both look pretty good, to be honest. USS Samoas only gets one quad launcher, but USS Gearing gets, is it 2 or 3? Not entirely sure. Shimakaze, bullshit. It really is. Shimakaze is completely bullshit. It gets a retarded, utterly retarded torpedo launch system. It can fire 15 torpedoes down like a channel or whatnot. It's such a bullshit ship. Tahoe, not exactly sure why you say that. I would put all carriers as bullshit, but after their nerfs, honestly, I'll probably put it at A tier. It's just not as strong as Midway. They did recently buff the HP of just the fighters, which makes no sense. But again, they're playing to just, they're just not as good. Midway, S tier, obviously. Midway's just, Midway has better planes, but Tahoe has better secondaries. Atago, probably A tier, A to B tier really. And then the tier 9, I think it's the Baltimore. I'll probably put as like A tier as well. So this is my layout. I know it was meant to be just battleships, but I thought I'll just introduce all the others as well. Let me know if you agree with any of this. I'll probably do cruisers next. It depends what what you guys want. Do you guys want me to do cruisers, destroyers, things like that? And I'll gladly do them. Anyway, see you guys later. Peace.